Hey everybody! So today I'm going to do my October and September favorites because I didn't do... Did I do a September favorites? I know I missed 2 months worth of favorites, which is not like me. Usually I am on top of favorites videos because they're some of my favorite videos. Yeah, I missed September and October favorites. My last favorites video was my August favorites, so I'm behind. So we have a plethora of different things to talk about. I kind of just pulled some of everything. We have fashion, we have a pair of shoes, we have makeup, so we're just going to dive right in because there are quite a few different things in this video. And because I know I'm going to get questions, there is a get ready with me of this look. It's like the fall dead girl glam get ready with me. I think this video is going up first and then the tutorial, so just keep an eye out. Hit that notification button so that you're... Is it on this side? Is it on this side? I think it's on this side. Hit the notification button so you're notified whenever I upload, so that way you won't miss when this tutorial goes live. Anyways, let's get on and just talk about some of my favorites the past couple months. So let's talk about some things that are on my face right now. The first being this Buxom lip gloss. I actually have 2 Buxom items to talk about. This is the Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in the shade White Russian. Now, this shade in particular, I've heard the most about. Kathleen Lights raves about this, and y'all know I love nude glosses. So I really wanted to try it, but I was honestly skeptical of like Buxom lip glosses because I didn't know if I was going to like the like tingly, plumpy effect. Usually that sort of stuff just kind of freaks me out, so I was just kind of like, no. But during like the Halloween season, Buxom reached out to me and they're like, hey, we want to send you a little like Halloween package. And I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. And they sent me a red shade of this that I ended up using in my like she-devil look, my like Queen of the Underworld look, and I love the tingle because it's like tingly, but it almost just feels like you have menthol on your lips. It's just very, very cooling and it lasts all day. I really like these lip glosses because they stay so shiny all day, but they don't get sticky and they're really just like thin and comfortable. And this shade is like almost sheer. There's just like a very, very, very tiny hint of like a nude pink, but like it's very sheer, which I love. Oh my god, I'm just obsessed with this. So this is the, like I said, Buxom Full-On Lip Cream in the shade White Russian. The next item I've been loving, like I said, is also from Buxom, and it is the Big Tease mascara. Again, this was an item that they sent to me, but this isn't sponsored. I just like these items. This wand was like, okay girl, what you doing, when I first saw it, because it's like a big chunky, I mean like she thick, you know. But I really like this mascara because it's not a super wet formula. I really, 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 really hate wet formulas. So if you like wet formulas, you would hate this because it's more of a dry formula. But I just find that it separates and makes my lashes look so nice without getting clumpy. It is awesome, and I really like the shape of it because it comes to kind of a point, so you can get like those inner lashes, but also is really fat on the end, so you can really like dig into those outer lashes and make those like super, super big and voluminous. I don't know, I just really, really freaking like this mascara. So the Buxom Big Tease mascara, A plus for me. Okay, next item, I have a couple of complexion products to talk about. The first is the Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector. I always say hybrid perfection complector. That's usually how I mess it up. But anyways, I have just been more into like, I'm working so often lately, which is why I haven't been having videos up as often. Work has just been like crazy. I'll link a chatty get ready with me where I explain everything down below, but basically I got promoted and I'm working a ton more. So on days where I know I'm just gonna be doing like paperwork all day, or like I'm doing like tasks all day and I don't really want to get glammed up, I have been going for more of the like tinted moisturizer BB cream feel. And so I reached back out for this one. This one I like filmed a first impressions video on it and I really liked it. Like I said really good things in my first impressions, but then it just sat in my drawer and I just kind of forgot about it. I will say the shade range sucks. I have the shade Light, which is the lightest shade, and like I can get away with it, but I really, really wish it was paler, especially for a tinted moisturizer, just because you really have to be particular about blending this in, because if there's like a line where it's not blended in, it'll dry and it will look just like a straight up orange line. So you do have to blend this in really well, but this makes your pores disappear. It lasts all day on my skin, and I have oily combination skin. It lasts all day. It looks really, really nice, and it just gives you enough of a veil of kind of like, it's very, very light coverage, but it just kind of gives, it looks like you have a filter on your natural skin, you know what I mean? It's just really, really nice. So if you're into tinted moisturizers, BB creams, things like that, I would definitely recommend the Urban Decay One and Done. Alright, let's go. The next, holy crap, I love this foundation so much. It is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. Now I will say that the packaging sucks because it's doing the exact same thing that my custom cover drops did, where like it's like this sort of situation, but like it just, foundation gets like all up in the thing, and then when you go to close it, it like spurts foundation out the sides. It's just really gross, and for, you know, a $55 foundation, they could have done better with the packaging. But this foundation is insane, and I have not been able to put it down. I feel so bad because I fell in love with the Smashbox Studio Skin, and then I fell in love with the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, and then I fell in love with this, and I feel like the Bare Minerals and the Smashbox Studio Skin just got like booted out of my favorites. I do still really, really love those foundations, but they're just very, very different. So Smashbox Studio Skin is more like a more full coverage Urban Decay Naked Skin, very kind of more natural on the skin, but still like a really good coverage. The Bare Minerals Bare Pro, I would say, is like between the two, whereas this one is like full on coverage, cake face, beat to the gods, beautiful, but not cakey. It's cake face because, you know, it's like beat, but it's not cakey. And Bare Pro is very thin, but it has really, really good coverage and really good for every day. So I love all three of them for different reasons, but this, you need the tiniest amount, and like seriously, I will just do like a dot on each section of my face, blend it in, and it is insane, the coverage. I also really, really like this because I can really thin this out for just like a medium everyday like wear, or I can build this up for like a full on, I am going all out glam. So I really, really like this foundation because it's kind of the best of both worlds. It lasts really, really nicely on my oily skin. I thought that I wasn't gonna like this because I thought it was a really thick foundation, and it's not. It's very thick. Like it says it's a foundation concentrate, and it totally is. It's very concentrated in pigment. It's very, very pigment packed. Really similar to the Bare Pro in that with both of these foundations are relatively thin foundations, but have a ton of pigment. So this one just makes your skin look so smooth and just so full coverage. It is absolutely beautiful. I did get this when Marc Jacobs was having like a 20% off sale, so I did save a little bit of money on it, but I absolutely love this foundation. Save your money and try it. It's so good. Okay, the next things I just have a few makeup brushes, and then I have some clothing items to talk to y'all about. So the first brush is this Moda 801 brush. Look how pretty it is. It came with 4, and there were like different size for your face. So there's like a concealer one, there's a smaller concealer one, and then there's like a tiny, tiny one. I love this so much. I honestly thought that the like Artiste brush, and especially, I believe that the Artiste brushes were good, but the dupes of them, I was kind of like, I don't know. I was just really, really skeptical. But I went to IMATS last month in October, and I was at the Royal and Langnickle booth, and I asked the girl, I was like, look, I'm looking for a really, really dense kabuki brush, because I was trying to replace some of my Morphe like kabuki brushes, and she was like, honestly, I really, really like these, and she showed me the set, so I bought it. It was like 20 bucks for 4 brushes, and it is so good. This mixed with this foundation is honestly a match made in heaven. It's so soft, it really does like make your product spread so much more. Like, it doesn't eat any product at all. It is so nice, and it's so dense, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm 100% Pro, these little Artiste style brushes. I love it so much. I will say though, this one is probably my favorite. I don't use the actual like concealer brushes like these little dudes. I don't use these little guys as often. I do like it for concealer. If you really want your concealer to spread a long time, then use these, but I just find they take a little bit more work to blend than just using a beauty sponge. So I'll use this for all over my foundation, and then I'll just use my regular old makeup sponge for concealer. So, but the whole set is worth it just for this brush, and the concealer brushes are really good. Don't get me wrong, I just prefer a sponge still. Anyways, Moda 801, it comes in this little like prismatic set. You can get these at Walmart too, so that's super awesome. Next is another Royal and Langnickle brush. This one, Jess Vegan Beauty Addict, my bae. Hey bae, how you doing? Told me about. This is the Moda M12 Highlight and Glow brush, and this is just a perfect highlighting brush. It's just a perfect highlighting brush. There's really nothing I can say. I just had, especially, you know, after getting rid of my Morphe brushes, I just like was looking for a smaller, because I like small highlighting brushes. I really like to be able to place highlight where I want it, especially since I do have oily skin. I don't want it to go everywhere. So I've been looking for a good drugstore cheap version, or like alternative, and I couldn't find one with e.l.f. and I couldn't find one with like Wet n Wild that I really liked, so I picked up this one. It was like $8 and it is honestly awesome. I really love it. You could also like use this to set out under eye. You could use this to blend out under eye concealer. I just really like this brush. So like I said, this is the Royal and Langnickle Highlight and Glow brush. And then this is just like, this is a random brush, but this is just a really good brush, and I've been needing a staple brush like this, and I think everybody needs a brush like this in their collection. This is the Bdellium Tools 937 brush, and it's the most boring brush in the world because it's literally just like a flat synthetic brush. Let me see if, yeah, it's just like a flat synthetic brush, but this is just like, it's so tightly packed. It's awesome. You can really like carve under your brows. You can, I use this a lot of the time to pack on glitter or pack on pigments. This is just one of those brushes that you absolutely need to have in your collection. This brush was under $10, so about Morphe prices, and I got it when I was in IMATS, but I know you can get it on their website. I've just been really liking Bdellium Tools brushes lately. Again, they reached out to me and like sent me some brushes for their like Halloween kit, and then they just sent me another box of brushes, so I'm gonna do like a get ready with me using those brushes to like kind of do like a first impression style on those brushes. But I just really like them. Bdellium Tools is awesome. I think they're 100% vegan. I may be wrong, but I know that they have a ton of vegan brushes. Like pretty much all of theirs are synthetic, and they're relatively affordable. They're a nice, like they're a solid price range. They aren't super expensive, but they aren't like super cheap. But I really like them. So if you want to invest in some good brushes, I would check out Bdellium Tools. The next brush has been like a brush that like has been my favorite, but I just haven't really acknowledged that it's a favorite. This is the Sigma Small Tapered Blending Brush. If I were to be like, you need 2 brushes from Sigma, I would say it would be this one, and it would be their, what is it? I think it's E35. The like, let me get it. You're placing a Sigma order, and you were like, Katie, what 2 brushes should I buy? I can only buy 2 brushes. I would say these 2. This one is the Sigma E25. This one's just like an iconic shape. It's the classic kind of like paddle style blending brush. So good. But this one is everything. This one is seriously one of my favorite makeup brushes ever. Again, this is the Small Tapered Blending E45, and it just comes to a point. I know y'all have seen me use this in my tutorials. I love it so much for just like, you can get like the best little detail right in your crease. You can pack it on the inner and outer corner. You can take this on your lower lash line, and you can also kind of press it against your skin. Like, how can you see? You can kind of press it against your skin to like really blend more color. So you can just use just the tip, or you can really press it on to your crease to blend it out more. It's just such a fantastic brush. Honestly, I don't know what I would do without this brush. I'm being really dramatic, but honestly, it's my favorite. Okay, so that's it for makeup-y things. So I do have a couple fashion items to talk to y'all today about. So let's get the shoes out of the way, and then I have a couple, actually I have like 3 sweaters, because fall and sweater time. So y'all know it wouldn't be a favorites video without a pair of Vans. These ones are brand new from Vans. Y'all know I love checkerboard slip-ons. Like, I love them so much, and I don't know what it is about slip-ons in particular for Vans, but slip-ons are just my favorite. I honestly, like, I'm kind of starting to collect them. I love them so much, and this colorway is just so cute. It's just this like dusty pinky nude color with a black foxing stripe. I love this black foxing stripe detail. I think it's such a cool way to just add a little bit of contrast into the shoes. These are, I think, $45. You can get them at the Vans store. You can also get them at Zumiez now, I believe. So I have just been loving these. I think it's so cute and just adds a little bit of interest to like a regular old boring outfit. I think they're so cute. I love them so much. I will have the link to these down below as well, so that way you can shop. They do have old schools and skate highs in this color as well. I actually bought the skate highs in this color too. Oops, I have a problem. Okay, this one I posted on my Instagram stories a little bit. This is by the brand Broken Promises, which is a brand new to Zumiez. And I saw it and I was just like, I wasn't really into the bomber jacket trend, honestly. I really was just kind of like, I don't know, and a lot of bomber jackets I'm still just like not into, but this one I was like, I can fuck with that. Like, that's really cute. So it's again by Broken Promises, and it says forever means nothing on the back, and then it just has the Broken Promises logo, and it's just this kind of satin thin feeling bomber jacket, and I like it because it is nice and thin. I overheat really easily. Let me put it on so you can see how freaking cute it is. I overheat really easily, but I was looking for stuff that I could wear while I'm at work and, like, you know, layer and be cute. Oh, okay. And I just think this is so cute and just like so just kind of like badass and kind of like lazy and kind of like sporty feeling, but still like super freaking sick. Broken Promises has been coming out with some really sick stuff lately, so I've been all about it. And again, you can find this at Zumiez. I've just been really liking this. I wore this with a black crop sweater with the hood popped out, black high-waisted jeans, and black Adidas, and I was just like mobbed out in black, and it was, ooh, I love that outfit. I was just like, ooh, feeling myself in it. I love it. I love it. And I definitely want to do another lookbook soon, so let me know if that's something y'all want to see. Next item. This is a jacket from Forever 21, and this jacket was just like calling my name for the longest time. Like, I seriously just kept walking by it and kept walking by it and kept walking by it, and then one day I got paid and I was like, I'm gonna get it. I got mine in a medium, and it's just a really heavily studded denim jacket. I wore this a ton about a month ago when I went back to my hometown. I like wore this literally every single day, and then I did add a pin. I forget what this brand is called, but it's a little crushed PBR can, and it says Soul Crusher, and I just thought this pin was super sick. So I've just been loving this again. I will put it on for you, just model everything. Always gotta pop the hood out. Ooh, but I just think it's so cute. I love the chunky studs, and it's a nice kind of thick denim, and it's not like stretchy. It feels like true denim, so I don't know. I just really like it. I'm very particular about denim jackets. I really like denim jackets, but I am very particular, and I have purchased like 5 denim jackets that I ended up not wearing just because like the color wasn't right. If it was studded weird, it fit me weird, but this one is a nice kind of boxy fit, but not too boxy, and the studs are just like, oh, they're just so cool. So I will try to find this and link this down below as well. Last thing is new, as in I bought this, it is Monday today, and I bought this last Thursday, but I literally couldn't take it off for like 4 days straight. I'm not joking. This is a new Obey sweater. It's just this really cute Obey sweater. It just has the tiny logo, and then it has the logo across the hood, which I think is a really cool trend that's happening lately with like details and like decals on the hood. Like, I have a Spitfire hoodie that says Spitfire across the hood. Super sick. But I bought this again at Zumiez. And honestly, I think I love this so much because it fits me so well. I usually buy guys jackets just because I usually like the guys graphics of sweaters. Like, a lot of girls sweaters I just don't they either don't have the brands that I want to wear in girls stuff like Thrasher and Spitfire and stuff, or they don't have, or just like the girls graphics just don't appeal to me. But I thought this color was really unique and something really outside of my comfort zone, and I really, again, I really love the hood decal, like detail, and I love just like the small simple logo, and it's also that a nice material. It's not too thick. Again, I overheat really easily, but it's one of those sweaters that almost feels like a very, very, very worn in t-shirt, if you know what I mean. It's very thin but still like really cozy, but it's lightweight and it fits me perfectly. It's not too long, it like the arms aren't too long. It's just perfect. So I will link this down below. But yeah, I really, what I was saying, I like the color a lot because this isn't a color I would normally go for, but I really like it and think it's a good fall color, especially because, you know, in like spring and summer I was really into like the neon pinks, and I feel like this is the neon pink version for fall. You know what I mean? Like this is fall's like baby pink that's been trendy. You know what I mean? If you can't tell, I've been really liking pink and mauve lately, and I thought this was just a really cute one. I seriously wore this. I went back to my hometown for the weekend and I wore this 3 of the 4 days that I was there. I am obsessed. I love it. The last favorite I want to talk about real quick is Audible. And no, this video is not sponsored. I was so skeptical about putting Audible in a favorites video because I have seen so many sponsored favorites videos with Audible, which, like, no shame on sponsored videos. I'm just not, this isn't sponsored. So I recently, like I said a million times, I got promoted, and so now my commute to work is 20 minutes to a half hour depending on traffic and how speedy I am. But I have been listening to Lord of the Rings book on tape with Audible, and it is life-changing. I'm so excited. Y'all know, if you've been on my channel for a while, I am a Lord of the Rings mega nerd fan. I have a Lord of the Rings tattoo. I am planning on getting more Lord of the Rings tattoos. I am just obsessed, but I have never read the book, and I know that's really, really sacrilegious for like somebody to say that they're like a hardcore Lord of the Rings fan, but they haven't read the book. But I just, like, I never grew up reading it. I am a really bad reader. I have terrible attention span, and you know, I never read books when I was in school because I would always have school books to read, so I wouldn't read for pleasure because I had to read for school. Anyways, there's a million different excuses, but I was finally like, this is my chance. This is my chance to read the Lord of the Rings, and I am I'm so excited. It's really relaxing. I thought that it might be a little bit boring, especially like mornings, like early in the morning or late at night when I'm driving home, but it's really calming, especially for me because I work retail, so I am listening to music literally for 8 hours every single day, and so sometimes when I get into my car, the last thing I want to do is listen to music. So listening to Lord of the Rings through Audible has just been awesome because it's very relaxing, and I know the story in my head, so it's not really hard to follow, you know? That was the one thing I was worried about. I was like, okay, like, I know they're dense books, like, they're very dense, so I was worried that, like, I wouldn't be able to, like, I don't know, I wouldn't be able to like keep up with the story, but since I already know the story, I'm just kind of filling in the gaps with the book, and it is just, it's been awesome, and I absolutely loved it. In a month, I went through the first book. I'm now about halfway through the Two Towers, and I'm super excited. Also, like, if you sign up, you get a book a month for free, so I haven't purchased anything. I just had, I mean, I finished the book, the first book, in like 3 weeks, so I had to wait another week until I could start the Two Towers, so that kind of sucked, but still, if you have a long commute, or if you're in a situation where maybe you're just tired of listening to music but you don't want to be in silence, I would definitely recommend checking out Audible or any, I don't know if there's another like book on tape app, but that's just the one that is most popular, so I used it. So I've been really liking Audible, and I'm so happy I'm finally reading The Lord of the Rings because there's just so much more to the story that I'm experiencing, and it's like I'm seeing it all for the first time. It's amazing. My inner nerd is just like dying. Alright, everybody, I think that is about it. So that is it for my, I'm just gonna call it current favorites. Not a ton of makeup. Honestly, I haven't been trying a ton of makeup lately. Life has been crazy, and I've been super busy, and I haven't had time to film in like ever, so I haven't really purchased makeup because I knew that I wouldn't really be able to film anytime soon, but I do want to do kind of a like full face first impressions or something like that soon to really just kind of dive into new makeup. So if you have any suggestions for me to pick up for a full face of first impressions, if there's something you're curious about that you think that I would like, let me know. Leave me a comment down below and let me know which products I should purchase for it. I love you all so much. I will link this tutorial for this look down below once it is up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!